to the future of landfill management. The Emergency Management Program is one of the most anticipated and complex projects of the Trust Fund. EDMP, as it's called, began as an initiative to remove boat wrecks from the lagoon following Hurricane Irma. The project moved to suppress fires in the landfill, finally evolving into finding a long-term solution to our landfill and improving our waste management capacities. EDMP is now at a critical phase. This afternoon, we have the honor of visiting the offices of the landfill managers on the front side, working towards concrete collaboration with our neighbors in the north, recognizing the strength in my favorite Sustainable Development Goal, SDG 17, partnerships. The EDMP Express bus then made its way back to the Dutch side, where for a few minutes it became the SMPP Swamp Bus. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to quickly explain SWAMP. This is the government's project to improve sewage capacity by bringing household connections to residents in Dutch cul-de-sac, and forms part of our efforts to enhance quality of life and improve resilience. We then reboarded the renamed EDMP Express and visited the resettlement area, showing the works carried out to demolish and clean up the area immediately around the landfill and the ongoing works to improve how we sort and manage waste. Finally, we arrived here at the entrance of the landfill, many wondering why. While EDMP is without a doubt a technical project, the political steps we take determine its timeline and, most importantly, its success. Today, the Ministry in Vromi, with the support of the Council of Ministers and the assistance of the NRPB, is proud to unveil our first steps to sound financial waste management. Within short, every cost to the landfill will incur an entrance fee of 10 Caribbean guilders. This small fee will contribute to enhancing the government's ability to manage its waste and begin our campaign, It Takes Us All. The slogan speaks to the need to no longer see waste as a government problem, but a collective opportunity. Government recognizes the value of waste, and our collective solutions and expertise is what is needed. Over the past months, the ministry has held discussions with local businesses already involved in paper, plastic, and metal recycling. The focus on waste diversion is critical in ensuring sustainable approach to waste management and our move to creating a cleaner, circular, and more environmentally conscious Sint Maarten. Within the coming months, we will continue to communicate the implementation plan as we move to the future of waste management.
Minister Gums, Minister of Vromi, Patrice, dear Patrice, I would like to congratulate you and your team with your courage and your guts, because you have set decisive steps. Because to solve the issue of the dump and how to deal with waste on beautiful Sint Maarten is now or never. We have just a few years left before the trust fund will close. We have still some money left. And we put it in an envelope for the future of the question how to deal with waste. Now we can smell and we can see what it means if a part of the island is not that beautiful. And it's important to set those steps that before your mandate will come to an end and before the trust fund will come to an end, that irrevocable steps have been taken for the future of Sint Maarten and for the beautification. One important step was make it economic viable in the future. Because you can dump some waste somewhere, and then in 30 years' time, well, a new mountain has been arisen at Sint Maarten. and to ask money to the people of Sint Maarten before they dump something, then you make people realize that dumping waste is not for free.
This project is very complicated. There are many facets, and we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves as well as on everybody, every stakeholder in the project. So it's always good to see these types of wins. I'd like to use a couple of stolen sayings to buttress some of my points. One is the world does not reward complacency. It rewards those who recognize the advantages and use them wisely. I think this is something we all are trying to do more of in this partnership. And I recall that some conversations we had last year, maybe even before you joined Minister and SG, we talked a lot about minimum viable products. Like, let's just do it. Let's have these small, quick wins, as we call them, to show incremental progress. And I would always draw on Mr. Harman's points to be creative and flexible. And I think this is really an effort in creativity, in at least starting, and then let's see how it works, and then we build on it. And I would like to encourage every one of us in this partnership to keep doing this, not just with the entrance fee, but in every single activity. Because as we lay the groundwork, we lay the foundation, then we can build on it, and then we recognize where there are gaps, and then we can pull the kind of support we need. And one such that we recognize today with the visit to the French side. And we see that actually sometimes the help we're looking for isn't actually that far away. It just takes starting and then calling out for help, and you find that people will come around the table. And we always say in the World Bank, it's easier to push for more resources, whether it's money, it's time, it's expertise, when people can see the evidence going in the right direction.
I want to say this to the minister and everyone here, that where we are today took time. It took us a great effort to get to there, but what we were doing, we were focusing on the prize. We were focusing on the objective, and we did not lose sight of that objective. And I just would like to say, on behalf of the project teams, on behalf of NRPB, and also the support of the World Bank, thank you, Minister. Thank you, SG. Thank you, Steering Committee, for helping us to keep our eyes on the prize. And this is just one of those bold steps, like Peter stepped out of the boat and went underwater, to prove that if we come together, if we stay together, if we stay focused, we will achieve the objective. There's a lot of resources that have been provided for this project in terms of from the trust fund. A lot of investments. Franz mentioned the envelope that was put aside, and this is just one of those small steps that will do great and big things when we advance towards realizing that objective. So, on behalf of all of us who day in and day out work tirelessly on achieving these small steps towards the big objective, I say thank you, and we look forward to greater things as time progresses. So again, congratulations.